Okay, we are good to go. Here we go. Welcome in. We're going to be doing some funky, cool stuff tonight. Definitely going to be making Ghosty Dog. Let's get that started. Welcome in. We are doing some cool ornaments tonight. One of my favorites, the Ghost Dog, which is right there. We're going to be doing that. And I don't know, we'll come up with some other stuff. Maybe we'll make it a little bit different here. And in the meantime, let's just grab it and go. What's up, John? How you doing, my friend? Yeah, I'm not going to make you guys suffer through marbles in the beginning tonight. We're going to do a stream with just ornaments, and then I'm going to shut it down. We'll redo the stream and create the marbles. Bree, thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. All right, let's put that one together. Yeah, we're definitely going to need some tools out here. Susan, how are you? Lee, what's up, my friend? John, thank you for the high five. Shelby, how are you? Jeremy's, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for the heart me. Okay, let's put one more little extension on here. And then we're going to make Ghost Dog for sure right off the bat. Going to get that one done. Just because I like making it. I don't think that's the right white. Hold on, let me pull this apart. That is not right. That is a different brand of glass right there. Not the same. That is, though. Everything's going good. What's up, Colleen? How are you? Bryce, what's up? Callie Cooks, how are you? Yeah, a long time ago. I don't make them anymore because I dropped the insurance. For it. It was just too much liability. Yeah, everything's going good tonight. Yeah, the liability insurance was outrageous. All right, we got that together. That should give me enough. So right now we're going to do the Ghost Dog. No, too much insurance. The insurance is $36,000 every 6 months for liability on those. And if you don't carry insurance, you're a moron. As in other glass people. Yeah, the insurance was super expensive. All right, let's go. Dr. Dog, Little VR, how are ya? Anybody that has dogs in their title can definitely stay. That's right, Bree. $36,000 every 6 months for liability on those. Wasn't worth it. All right, let's go. We're going to make the Ghost Dog. I've been yapping here. I'm trying to use some of these little bits up. Oh, you'll be good. All right. One more tool. Forgot the flattener for the ears. All right, let's go. Yeah. Good day. What's up? All right, that is not the right. That's not right. Sorry, some of this glass got mixed up. Someone put this in the wrong spot. And I can tell when one glass doesn't belong. All right, that'll work. All right, so first thing, we're going to make the ears. Am I warm? Not really. Is glow-in-the-dark glass harder to work with? Yeah, It is. But once you get used to it, it's pretty easy. You know? That's right, Norman. You know why? Because the same stuff sells every day. Why do you think I'm on here? And how do you know what I'm making tonight? All right, let's get this flattened out. Hear this? Yeah, should be. No, it's not warm at all, though. What's up, Thailand? I love Thailand. I had such a good time there. All right, so we're going to grab this. And we're going to pull the little ears. I knew that was going to happen. And here we go. So we got to bring it out, flatten, pull. Try and keep it as straight as possible if you can. A little curve there. Okay. Then we just start doing the bends. Like that, and we'll burn it off here. Leave it attached to this clear rod so when I'm done, I can go in and do it. What's up, Creative? How are ya? Red Squeak, how you doing? Yep, starting with zeros. Starting with zeros, technically, yes. All right, so we got ear number 1 done. Oh, that's good, Red Squeak. I like hearing that. And now we got to do ear number 2. Well, we're doing 0, the ornament, and then I'm going to do some pendants tonight. I think we'll do some pendants. What are the side effects? The biggest side effect is happiness. Because I absolutely love my job. All right. Y'all, what's up, Groves? How you doing? So Creative Release and Groves Glass Gallery are on TikTok. They're on there. If you guys want to check out some cool other content, they are 2 places I would definitely go. We got Red Squeak in the house, keeping an eye on everything in chat, as always. And we got John over on YouTube, keeping the chat happy. What's up? John has it handled on YouTube. All right, so first thing, I'll bring this in. This is what my glasses do, the filtering. So you can kind of see while we're doing just little basics. Total difference there. All right, let's give this thing a flattening. Like that. Grab a little punty rod. Oxygen and propane, the types of gas that this is burning are oxygen and propane. Readily available, nothing hard to find, not complicated. Okay, we're going to bring this out. So right now I'm just making the ears, prepping the ears for the ghost dog. I'm going to bring it in, give it its bends. A little fold right there. It's better to have this done way ahead of time. Do you know of a glassblowing place in Troy, New York? You know, I think there is someone near there. I would figure there would be. All right, so let's make the ghost dog. Here we go. Hold with. There we go. That does not feel. These two whites got mixed up. I'm really not happy. All right, this one will work. Does it feel brittle? No. Lindsay, thank you for the best cheers. I appreciate that. Creative, thank you for the heartening. All right, so we're going to attach this here. And we're going to start by making the head of the dog first. We're just going to make the head portion first. Got to build it all the way up. And try and keep the shaping as much as possible. There we go. A little bit more. We're going to taper the flame down. Like that. So now I have a big enough gather built up, enough of it. Now we just have to pull it and shape it. And create that iconic look. Sorry, I have to hold it out here perfectly still for a few seconds because it loves to move. And this part cannot move around. So we're going to smooth out the back end here. Get it round. So we got that first little bend going. You can see it's just an ever so slight curve. Now I can change it halfway through. I can kind of move the nose portion. Okay, we're going to come over here and we're going to flatten one spot. And that's going to create that little flat spot, and then the mouth is going to go right underneath it, the jaw. What's up, Christy? How you doing? So let's get that portion done real quick. Bongo, what's up? We're making the ghost dog first. Ghosty dog. Oh, thank you. I love this art form. This art form is amazing. Christy, thank you for the best cheers. Thank you, Christy. All right, so we're just going to heat this up, flatten it a little. Give it a small pull. So this is the bottom of the jaw portion. Just have to pull it just a little bit here. There. And let's fuse that together. Just like that. You want it close, but not touching. Then this back portion, the weld is super important. All right, that's good. And we're going to separate it. Okay, so now we got the mouth assembled on there. All right, eyeballs. Tighten this flame up just a little bit. Let's go ahead and add that on there. So now we got the eyeballs. John, thank you so much. John, you're awesome. We do make custom orders, correct. So we got the eyeballs on. Let's get the ears on. Thank you, John. Okay, we got that one done. Put this one on. So this one I did a little bit different. I kind of like it. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. So instead of the ears going exactly the same direction, I kind of flipped it a little bit. So from the side, they have much more wavy action to it. Thank you, Jeffrey. All right, let's get this guy done. This is what I was talking about with the ears. So I kind of had one going up and one going down. So they're not exactly the same anymore. Zen, what's up? I really hope I have orange in here somewhere. I do not want to have to get up and go get it. Nope, that's yellow. Seriously, no orange. Wow, absolutely no orange. All right, 1 second. I got to go grab a color. I'll be off screen for 30 seconds, but the mic still works. And there is my winner. Got a little bit different. Yeah. All right. Can we do uranium nose? Christy, thank you so much. You like the ears that way? I think so too. Yeah, we might be able to add a tiny bit of uranium to it. Well, you know what? I'll do a uranium version of it next. How's that sound? We'll do a ghost dog, but instead of the red collar and the orange nose, we'll do uranium collar, uranium nose. Let's just go all uranium on it. I think that'll work. Making the ghost dog right now. Yeah, we'll just go full uranium. This one needs to be done exactly the same color-wise. All right, so there's the head. We got that part done. It's looking pretty cool. I do like the ears like that. So this is the difference. Can you see the ear differences? So this is where they're both going the same way. And then this one has one up, one down, kind of. I like this style better. All right, let's do the body. This is where it gets a little fun and complicated, both at the same time. All right, here we go. Do I have a short? Oh, I have one right here. We're good. All right, this is where it gets hard. It took me a little while to figure this portion out. The body itself is completely weird how it's formed. It isn't anything like you think it would be. No, the oil from the fingers, I don't have any oil. I always clean it with alcohol, but however, I'm going to throw out a full disclaimer on that. Before you clean, if you clean your fingers and hands with alcohol, please, for the love of God, wait 5 minutes before you go near a flame. We don't want to read about you on the news. That would be bad. All right, so we're just pushing all this glass together right now. This is creating the body for that little ghost dog down there. It does evaporate almost immediately. However, I wouldn't chance it. I'd wait for it to kind of really go away. Because when your stuff's on fire, I ain't stopping it. All All right, so we just have to get all this gathered up into a bigger piece real quick. And just got to be patient with it. I won't be that long onto it though. Probably another minute or two. But you won't want to miss how this the ghost body's formed. It's actually kind of cool. It's a neat process. All right, let's get this thing. So first things I got to do right here is it's a little lumpy right there. So we're going to straighten that out. Bring it in. Yep, little lumpy still right there. All right, that's good. So I'm trying to create this teardrop shape. I need this to be a little bit thicker. Yeah, we're going to do the ghost dog out of uranium too. We're going to do the nose and the collar out of uranium. Uh-oh, creative, don't do that. All right, let's get this lots thicker here. So we're almost there. Typical statement for a guy, right? Almost there. Here we go. All right, we're good. We're doing the ghost dog. How much money does it cost to run that torch? Not much. TikTok chat is pretty busy. They're both about equal. So this is kind of what it looks like before I start. We're going to get it nice and thick here. Ever bent neon? Once. I was not good at it. I don't claim to be. It was a fun adventure, but I was not good at it. I'm okay admitting that because bending neon is hella hard. All right, we're going to bring this over so y'all can see it kind of smash. We'll do a little visual. So that's what the ghost dog body looks like before we start. Isn't that kind of trippy? We're going to get that off that. Trippy, right? All right, so we're going to take this, and then we're going to take some ordinary needle nose pliers. These are just standard Home Depot or needle nose pliers. Actually, I think these are Kohl's. I don't know. Might be Home Depot. I don't know. And we're going to go around and all the way around. Just going to start here and just goes all the way. Like that. And it creates this little pattern in there. Okay. And then my favorite, snippers. So I got to find the right spot. Right there. Totally weird how this is built, right? We're going to take it here and snip like that. So now we just cut it with the snippers. Then we need a small flame because we don't want to heat the whole thing up. Grab a little point right there. The trick is not to overheat it. And you start with one leg or you got a Millennium Falcon. Your choice. What's that? Have you ever did a rush such a project that once you're done, you're like barely almost done and accidentally broke? Or yeah, absolutely. I broke more than you can imagine. How do you know if you overheated it? It starts falling back into itself. It loses its complete shape. So you're like right now, it's hot, but not bending. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I put this playlist together. I kind of like it. Okay, we're good there. I got a little nub right there. I don't know if y'all can see that. John, thank you so much. Can you see that little black spot right there at the back where the V is of that leg? It picked up a piece of frit or something. My mother got me into this hobby, so we got to get rid of that. Even though it's on the underside, that would bug the hell out of me. Yeah, that would really bug me to know it's there. All right, it did look like the Millennium Falcon, right? All right, so we got the back end now that we have to pull the tail. Thank you for the festures. No, I really don't feel any heat. I wish I did right now because it's freaking cold. So there's the body we started. Now we got the ghosty dog body going. What's up, Daisy girl? Okay, we're going to pull a little bit off this. It's a little too tall. There we go. All right, so now we got the ghost body pretty much set. We're going to add the little collar, the red collar. And then it's just assembly. It's pretty simple from here. Not bad. But the next one we're going to do, we're going to add the green uranium for the collar and green uranium for the nose. I don't want my kiln closer to me. I'm happy with where it's at. So unfortunately, this goes very transparent in the beginning. Just take it and smash it down. See, that it will turn very red, but that red goes all like insanely transparent. All right, let's grab the head that we made earlier and fuse it on. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Hold on one second. I got to bend this. I got a bad angle. I am not going to try and fight that. I couldn't assemble that very well. Use a micro flame. See, the red's starting to come back right now. It's not fully engaged yet, but it's there. All right, here we go. There, now it's all assembled. I'm going to park it in the kiln for just a minute, let it heat back up, and it should be good to go. I'm going to test it sitting. Yeah, sits good. So we're going to park it in the kiln for the moment, let it chill. What's up, Unique Reese Batani? How are you? All right, so we'll do number 2 of that. Yeah, torches for this one, I'll have to look it up, but I think it's 4,600, somewhere around there. Last time I checked, it was like 4,400, but someone said it went up even beyond that. So, which I don't doubt. I'm trying to find the thinnest one I have here. This one. All right, so we're going to do another one of these, but instead of the orange nose and the red collar, we're going to use uranium, which is the hat color. The kiln actually tempers the glass in a way. So every part of that during the assembly had different hot spots. And if I just let it sit out, it would develop a improper cooling pattern. So one spot would cool faster than the other. So the kiln lets it sit at 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. And At that point, when I go to cool it down, it cools at the same pace, instead of one spot cooling faster than the other. All right, let's do this. So we're going to make the head. Oh no, I got to do the ears. Crap. Keep forgetting ears first. Ears first. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like these. Let's just get rid of this though. All right, so we're going to make the ears real quick, and then we will get to the rest of it. And here we go. We just smash it a little bit, almost like a little lollipop. Patch, and then we'll pull the ears. So just make a really long pull on this while it's flat. You need a lot of room to make the bends. Myra, what's up? Thank you for the jewels. Oh, we're doing good. Customs really depend on what you want. Everything varies. There's no general rule of thumb for custom pieces. All right, there's ear number 1. What's up, L to the B? How are you? Thank you. Thank you, Daisy Girl. And we're going to pull this apart like that. So that is ear number 1. Jared, thank you for the jewel. Okay, let's make the second ear. Yeah, I don't do horses. It's the one thing I can't do. Yeah, it's been about 40 minutes. So normally I could be a hell of a lot faster, but every time I bring it over to the camera, every time I start showing you, it takes a little time off. Why do I take some off the tip here? I got this done, and then I get done making it and I set it down on this carbon plate. I worry that it's going to pick up a small piece of a different colored glass. Thank you, Colleen. So that's why I always pull that little bit off there. The green glass is uranium glass. Or some people call it Vaseline glass, but mostly it's uranium. I like uranium. Thank you for the heart meat. L to the B in the house. L to the B on the TikTok. Thank you for the festures. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let's flatten this out and make us another ear. Yeah, we definitely can do octopus. Or as someone corrected me the other day, octopi. Okay. don't have to do that. Did I show the octopus with the yellow? Yeah. Let me finish this ear first. You mean the one we did the other night? Like the wild one? L to the B, thank you for the best cheers. Thanks for hitting the goal, everybody. Christy, I appreciate it. All right, so we're going to pull this down. So we basically just pull it and pull it really flat. Black cat with a little bow around it. I don't know. You know, again, custom has a, do you want a 2-inch black cat or do you want a 6-inch black cat? That will change the price a lot. Best thing to do is just message me on the web page or something, and then kind of describe exactly what you're looking for, size, and that'll give me a better idea for pricing. And if you have any photographs of kind of a shape that you want, that definitely helps. You know, do you want the cat standing up? Do you want it sitting down? There's a whole bunch of stuff to think about. All right, there is ear number 2. So what we're doing is we're making the little 0 down here. L to the B, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. All right, this is the one we just completed. So we're going to take it apart real quick. Got to preheat the tool so you don't shock it. Yeah. So there is the ghost dog. I got to make sure it sits though. Yeah, good. So there we are. This one came out actually spectacular. I may have to almost keep that one. I think I like it. How much would you say an average price for my art would be? I think I'm averaging like $35. Like a hummingbird's $20. And 0 I think is 60. All right, let's make the 0 dog. So again, we're going to be using uranium. I'm going to grab some uranium. That would be helpful. There we are. So this is the uranium glass. This is that really bright green. You can see it. Oh, you can't see it light up. See how it lights up? Super bright green. So that'll be on the ghost dog's collar and nose. Should put a Santa hat on 0? No, not without someone purchasing it custom. I'm not going to change the design on that. The glass that I use on this guy is super expensive. It's 150. Well, no, that one's $120 a pound, but still really expensive. Michael, thank you. Yes, I will check it out. Yeah, and the uranium's the 150 a pound. All right, let's build the head real quick. And how do I want to do that? I don't have any short. That does not feel like the same white. Nope. One of these one of these colors has a texture to it. So that's what I'm checking for now. Yeah, this got all mixed up. Crap. All right, we'll just use a bigger rod. It's fine. So we're going to build the head portion. Then after that, we'll build the body. And here we go. This will take a minute to build up because you have to build it off a little one. I wish this color came in a thicker version. So far, so good. A little bit more. All right, that should do it. I just have to balance it out. It's not even right now. So if I go to pull this into the shape, it's going to leave a little divot in there. All right, there we go. I love these. I must have missed something here, Red Squeak. All right, now we just have to round it up. Deb, thank you for the heart me, by the way. Yeah, it's been a little while. All right, so we got the start of the head going. So we got to make a couple alterations here. First thing is the area where the mouth is going to be. We're going to flatten. So we got a little flat spot right there, and then that's where the mouth will be heading. All right. Park that in the kiln for a sec. Let's make the mouth. This will be a nice one with the uranium. I'm so excited with it. I can't wait to see what it looks like with the uranium. What's up, Sensi Pug? Yes, the snowman head is a finished Christmas ornament. Jared, thank you for the thumbs up. I know, something out of Stranger Things would look cool. All right, we're going to take this and we're going to flatten it. And here we go. So we create that little flat disc there. We're going to attach it to the head. Got to tighten this flame up, though. John, thank you for the clapping seal. Not a good time to sneeze, right? Hello. Right there's fine, yeah. Perfect. All right, let's get this mouth pulled. So there's the mouth for the dog. I think I need to, I don't know, I kind of like it that way. I close it up just a little bit. There, about like that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. We could definitely make a mushroom. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Jimmy, thank you for the happy poop, but thank you for that. Yeah, we could definitely do a mushroom. If you want to get a mushroom someday, we can, if you decide to do it, we'll make it on live stream. All right, let's add some eyeballs here. See, it starts coming to shape when you start adding just a few details here and there. All right, next step, we're going to add the ears. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that opposite ear again thing. I like that look. So now we got the ears on. Yeah, that's a new playlist I just put together. I kind of like it. All right, let's get this thing going. What's up, Gustavo? I could say I did that on purpose, but then I'd be lying. I did not. All right, let's put the uranium ear on. Or nose. Now I got ear on my mind. So that'll have that really nice uranium green on there. It will light up like crazy. All right, now we're going to do the body. This is the best part. All right, so I thought someone asked about the octopus. I don't know if I'm so happy with this. Where'd it go? All right, if I were an octopus, where would I go? Oh, here it is. Yeah, the yellow and purple I do not like. I might just trash this thing. I wasn't very happy with that. I'm trying to remember if we put uranium in it, though. Nope. This one came out a lot better for an ornament, but this has the uranium dots on it now. I don't know if y'all can see that uranium popping through there. And then it just hangs by the back here. So that is the little octopus kraken. It reminds me of a diver's helmet. I've been trying to figure out what that shape was reminding me of. It looks like a diver's helmet. I don't know, Christy. I don't know if I like this one. I really don't think I do. I really don't like this. Yeah. I'm not sure I dig it. All right, let's get the ghost dog done. I'm having a hard time liking it. All right, this part's really cool. Making the actual body to the ghost dog is a lot of fun. Oh, there you go. L to the B. It will. That octopus will probably go into a mystery box. Actually, both of them probably will. I don't know if there's any left on the Etsy store, but I'm going to add 20 more. I have enough for 20. All right, let's make the body to the ghost dog. I'm going to try and find the thickest one here. This is it. Here we go. It does give off carbon monoxide, yes. All right, so we are building the Zero Ghost Dog body. This takes a minute, though. You got to push this skinny little tiny rod up into a bigger piece. There we go. That's exactly what I was looking for right there. That shape. All right, now we got to add a bunch of color on here. I got to get this super thick. Nolan, thank you for the jewels, the gift. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's cold. Can you see the breath? My breath? It's just coming off. It's cold outside. Let me add this. Feel good. That will work. It's 10 degrees right now. Yeah, it's cold. I have tons of fresh air. If there are no more TikTok grab bags, then they might be on. I might have to reload them. All right, let's get this thing all pushed together. Put 2 potatoes in a wood stove, wins dinner. Propane is okay to burn. What's the question on why propane? Are you having a hard time understanding why I'm still breathing, burning propane? Oh, I've done several cardinals, like recently. Oxygen and propane. All right, a little bit more. There we go. I want to try and get this body a little bit kind of concaved. All right, there we go. My eyes are perfectly fine. I'll show you why my eyes are fine. I'll pull this down a little. This is easier to see. All right, see how bright the flame is right there? This is the same material as my glasses right here. So I'm going to drop it in front. And then you can see it kind of filters all that fun stuff out. Bright? Not bright. See? Magic. It's magic. All right, we got to bring this out. I'm going to pull this down a little bit so y'all can see it kind of flatten. Kind of cool when it flattens. So we're making the body right now. So this is the start of the ghost dog body. Weird, right? Then we're just going to take some basic needle nose pliers. Nothing special. Oh, that looks good. We just created this little pattern here. You can see how it kind of cupped down. Next step is we have to slice and dice. I got the perfect spot for it too, right there. You guys ever see glass pet before? Here we go. Bring it out. Right there and slice. Then we just cut it. Slice it right open. Christy, thank you so much. Have a good night, okay? Thank you for everything as always. Take care of yourself. All right, now we got to pull the legs. Sarah, thank you for the jewels. Night shift? Oh, there you go. I'm trying to put my stream schedule together where I have a daytime and nighttime. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Michelle. I don't know about it, but I'd be fun. Be a fun class, I could tell you that. So we're going to grip it there, and we're just going to pull it. And this is for the leg. So we got one leg that, doesn't that look like a freaking Millennium? I should make a Millennium Falcon. It always looks like the Falcon to me. It really does. John, thank you for all the jewels. It looks so much like the Millennium Falcon. At least I know how to make it now. Okay, there we go. We're going to pull the other leg forward. Like that. Now we got the two legs for the front ready to go. Okay, this is the back part. This is going to be the tail. This part I really like pulling. This one's kind of fun. There we go. Gonna grip it there, and you just start slow. You don't want to pull too much too fast. We're going to separate that. Christy, thank you for the secret tree, by the way. All right, so this is the body for the ghost dog. I got to try and get it a little flatter here. I know it's off. That leg is not quite far enough. Got a little bent somewhere in the process here. There. Now we got the body all finished. Let's pull this off. We're doing the uranium collar though. We're not doing the red on this one. This has the uranium nose and the uranium collar. So this one will glow under black light on the nose and the collar. And here we go. Have to be careful with this uranium sometimes. It can tend to want to boil. All right, there is Love and Noah. You just ordered 2 ghost dogs? Awesome. Do you want this one as one of them that you just watched being made? This one is not sold. Since you ordered one and you just said you did, it's yours if you want it. Just send me a message on Etsy that it was the uranium one. All right, let's put this together. Oh, this is going to be a pain again. Yeah, I got to move this. 1 second. That's the second time I've done this. There. Now I got it. You want to try glassblowing? You don't know to go to where? So there is a really good resource on Facebook. I hate Facebook. I really hate Facebook. But there's a really good source on there called Torch Talk. And infinite amount of knowledge on there. You can normally find someone in your area that would be willing to help, like learn, or just at least give you the basics in your own area. I promise you'll find someone in your area. All right. This is tight. I'm going to have to fix that totally differently. We're going to have to bend this whole thing. There we go. All right, let me get rid of this. So I have to move it just a little bit. But well, that has the uranium on it. but I do have to move it a tiny bit. Wasn't able to do that with the other little piece that hung on there. There we go. Now that should be a really cool uranium effect to it. Make sure it's all straightened out. We are good to go. Make sure it sits. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Sits good. Yeah, that one looks good. The uranium will set it off really well. Yeah, that's a little ghosty dog. I have made dragonflies, lots of them. All right, so we're going to make a pendant. I haven't done pendants in a while, but we're going to make a pendant. And it's going to kind of look cool. Now you can go to bed. There you go. Yeah, it took a little while. Pull that off. All right, let's grab some of this here. We're just going to make a really cool looking pendant. It's going to have a white base to it, but it's going to look amazing. Thank you, John. All right, let's grip it and rip it. So this will be it's a jewelry pendant, like a little necklace. There we are. That should be enough of that. And so we got, it's kind of like a little bead size. Tried to make a flat marble like a uranium 40. No, I haven't. There's so much stuff that's possible. I just don't have all the time in the world to get it done, unfortunately. All right, we're going to take this liquid metal looking glass in here. So we're going to create like a little chaotic pattern in here. In fact, I'm going to put a little uranium in this too. There we go. So we just added a little bit of color there. And then we're going to add some uranium on here. And then we're going to, what do y'all think? Red or blue to go with this? Red or blue? Vote. Now, go ahead and vote. I'm going to go with the popular vote. Audience gets to pick red or blue to go with this. It'll be either candy apple red or candy apple blue. Candy apple blue doesn't make sense, but yeah. TikTok's jamming on blue. Red, red, blue. Red, blue, blue. Yeah, TikTok's on blue. All right, let's grab, just make sure I have some here, just in case. Red, 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 red. Red is dominant on just checking chat. Chat on TikTok went nuts and said blue. No, we can't do both. I have to pick one or the other. All right, we're going to have to go blue because there's so much more blue. There was more on YouTube, but the TikTok chat went bananas. So we're going to mix the blue in here. So basically we have two different colors kind of lumped together on there. It's not going to look like anything until we get there later. It's just going to look like a lump of, you know what I mean. Okay, so next step, we're going to kind of intertwine the uranium, the blue, and that other color underneath the white. We're going to create all these little micro spirals. This is kind of mixing them together with little micro spirals. I think that's it. Wandering Brian, thank you for the thumbs up. All right, so we got all the colors kind of blended together there. I know it's super hard to see that, but now we have to kind of get it in a semi-ball shape. Oh, we did pass 200. Ooh, thank you. It is uranium glass. It is real uranium. All right, we're going to bring it into one of these molds. I think we got to go to this one. Well, let's round it out first. And here we go. We're going to dip it into this mold. Like that. Right now, we're just doing a quick pendant. Nothing too intense. Just something different for a moment. Gotta put a little punty right there so I can clean up the back end where it sits up against you. How can I see what color? It's pretty hard to see the colors. But I'll show you what my filter does. So this is the filter that I use. Now you can see how it filters out all that super bright stuff. So that's how I can see. All right, let's go. We're going to flatten this out a little bit. I can do a flag, yes. Certain ways. Yeah, the filter's really good. The only problem with the filter is if you left it on purple or left it on, everything would be purple. Exactly. You have to, with the filter on, it would just be purplish. All right, so we flatten that out. Here we are. All right, so we got kind of like a round disc looking thing. So yeah, thank you for the roses. All right, we're gonna add a kind of like a setting onto this. I think we're gonna do blue because we did blue kind of offshoot. You gotta turn this down just a little bit too thick right there. All right, or I can just add a thicker bead here. There, that solves that problem. All right, so we kind of put like a little setting around it, and we're gonna pull it into a teardrop. And here we go. So we're gonna over exaggerate. I'm gonna be removing part of this here and there, but we're gonna bring it down like that. And then I just have to fix the top. Katie, thanks for the jewels. And we just fix the top up and make it look good, and it'll be a good pendant. Yeah, it's a little different. You know, I haven't done this in a long time, but all right, we're looking good. Gonna finish this off. Got to put a hook on it. All right, looking good. I'm gonna try and make it a low profile hook. Oh, that looks good. I don't want this gigantic bail on here. Should be able to fit most every single necklace or pendant or chain, but not like too big. All right, let me finish it off and I'll show you what it looks like. So not a round pendant. Now, you'll see some of these colors bouncing through there, but that's not what it's really intended to look like. We're going to bring this in. Here comes a little reveal of it. Now you can see all the colors shimmering in there. So that's the uranium and the blue. Should look pretty intense. Yeah, it's kind of neat. I like it. All right, I am going to sign off for, what time is it? 8:47. I'll be 9:15. I'm coming back, and then we're back on marbles. So I got on here. I wanted to kind of create some other stuff because we've been doing marbles for a couple days, and I have to get back to marbles. But I wanted to go through and do something different tonight so that you didn't have to watch the same thing. So I'll be back at 9:15, and I'll see y'all in just a little bit. Yeah, well, we'll be back in just a little bit. All right, I'm going to sign off on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. And there we go. And we are logged off. And YouTube, I'll be back in about a half hour. So I'll see y'all in just a little bit. If not, thank you for hanging with me. I appreciate you. You make this channel a hell of a lot better. Thank you. John, thank you for everything too. I'll see you in just a little bit.